Most of these that are being counted have already been projected. Missouri hasn't. Looks like it's still pretty close between Goodrich and Anderson. McWinsauce and Beaver's not really putting up much of a fight there. Let's see. Florida goes for McWinsauce. That's a pretty good sized electoral vote state. Rhode Island has a little bit of a later polling, as well as New York, so they'll close in about a half hour. And we'll see where those go. New York, obviously more electoral votes than Rhode Island, so that'll be something. Arkansas closes and goes for Goodrich pretty much right away. Guessing that's polling, considering not only the count, although the count's kind of running away with Goodrich. So polling not usually very reliable, but in this game it looks like it is. So yeah, we'll see. Missouri goes Goodrich. Right now, looking at the bottom, Goodrich is projected at 150 electoral votes, 80 shy of the amount needed, and McWinsauce at 87, about 183 shy of where he needs. Everyone else kind of has a pretty big uphill battle to get to the 270. I'd be pretty shocked to see A&M take it. We hit 9 o'clock, and so this baby starts opening up a little bit more. Arizona goes Goodrich. South Dakota. Wisconsin goes McWinsauce. Not a big surprise. That was his hometown. Goodrich, Wyoming. Louisiana for Beaverson. Kind of interesting. A very southern city going for a submission to northerly neighbors. Not quite sure I understand it, but oh well. Nebraska goes Goodrich. New Mexico, Goodrich. Texas, oh, that's a big one. 34 electoral votes. And New York goes for Goodrich, and that might be the end of this, as he has 241 confirmed states and 248 projected. North Dakota, Goodrich. I think when we see a few of these close up, or even projections in California, and maybe even smaller ones like Montana, Nevada, Utah, excuse me, we'll see this one completely closed out. Rhode Island for Goodrich. Michigan goes McWinsauce. The Midwest proving sparse for McWinsauce. Was able to get Illinois and Indiana, which are pretty big heavy hitters, which kind of dampened his spirits a little bit, and I don't think he's going to get to that 270 needs. It looks like Goodrich may have this wrapped up. Oh, Minnesota goes to McWinsauce, another Midwestern state. Not over yet. If he doesn't get to 270, I don't think anyone really has a shot at this to compete against Goodrich other than McWinsauce. So it's either going to be probably Goodrich or a tie between him, or not a tie, but a non-decision where neither would get the 270 needed, and this would go up to Congress. And really, I'm not sure how that would play out, because I think it's kind of set for a Republican-Democrat kind of system, so neither one really has a seat in any of this, and it's not really representative of the party platforms and standings with the candidates we have. So we'll see how it goes. About to 10 o'clock, so this thing should wrap up. Kansas goes to Beaverson, and we hit 10, and some of these are going to start projecting, and this may give Goodrich the 270 needs. He's estimated about 269 right now. Montana goes to McWinsauce. Nevada for Beaverson. Goodrich gets Utah, so now he's 253. So estimated at 269. We'll see if either Goodrich gets Iowa, if some of these can be stolen from him, either McWinsauce or anyone else, or this is pretty much in the bag, as it appears he has about 30% of the overall popular vote, and a lot of these places aren't going to close until about 11, so we got about 40 more minutes till that happens, and that's going to be needed since Goodrich is only estimated to 69 unless we see a turnaround here. I believe Alaska will be the last one to close, and we probably won't get the election results there until sometime next year. It's not a very efficient system, but as Alaska doesn't have modern transportation, the winner of the Iditarod actually is chosen to take the electoral vote count and drive it through the winning dog sled to Washington, D.C. for the votes to be counted. So Alaska doesn't really count, but it's a kind of a sham system where we make them feel like they actually have a say in the election, but really they don't. They're just around to tell any Russians that are wandering around the Aleutians to, hey, get your keisters over there out to the other side of the water there, eh? So that's really Alaska's purpose, and they think they have a say, but they don't. It's kind of cute. Somebody start pouring in. It looks like California may go Goodrich, which would give him a sizable lead, and the 270 that he needs. Beaverson gets Washington, and Beaverson gets Idaho. He's starting to get a few in here, move ahead of Bo Weiss. Oregon goes for Anderson. I'm surprised he's not pushing ahead of the Culottes yet. Bo Weiss. California, it's looking pretty tight, but Goodrich does seem to have a pretty sizable lead. As he's sticking around that 33% range. But Beaverson and Weiss are giving him kind of competition. But it looks like they're going to call it for Goodrich. So that is going to end it, and they are going to call the election for Goodrich, the next president of the United States of the Imperial Party. So Goodrich and Turgidson, the president and vice president-elect of the United States of America. God fucking help us all. So this is going to play out. I don't know if you really need my commentary further. But it looks like a sizable victory. 324 electoral votes taken off a pretty sizable competition, as most elections really don't have these many candidates, or at least many American elections don't really have these many candidates all going for the presidency at the same time. So, I mean, we're just kind of spinning wheels right now as the rest of this finishes up. Alaska's going to close in about 15 minutes, and then they'll start counting. I'm not quite sure who's leading in the polling there, but we'll see as that kind of gets closer. Anderson's winning Hawaii. I'm curious to see if he'll have enough to edge out Bo Weiss and the Culottes. From this, looks like Alaska early polling has Bo Weiss up, so they might take up. Yep, they do take Alaska. I think someone may have phoned it in, so you have to hear the results via Iditarod, and that puts them about 19. So that'll probably solidify them at the 4th place